I'm here to tell you right now that nothing and no one has any power over you. Let that sink in for a moment. I'll say it again. Nothing and no one has power over you. My name is Quana, and this channel is called One Mind Miracles. And I talk about the power of miracles. A miracle is a divine intervention from God that reverse the laws of time and space, and they are absolutely real. But the only way we can know that they're real is by experiencing them. And a miracle is a shift in perception from a fearful point of view to a loving point of view, and that requires constant mind training because we are in a world that is run by the ego. I didn't need to tell you that this is a world run by the ego, which is, the ego is a belief system that is not of God, that is not of love. So when I declare that nothing and no one has power over you, that might be hard to believe at first. And for many years, I didn't believe that. I used to believe that there were certain people or situations that had power over me, that tried to have power over me. Whether it was through abuse, manipulation, power and control games, mind control games, oppression, the list literally goes on and on. I experienced that with a lot of different situations and circumstances. Sometimes it was jobs, the way I felt in a family system, relationships, particularly if and when I was not doing what these systems wanted me to do, or when I left the situation, there was always someone who would try to exert control by either putting me down or trying to suppress me in some way by being disrespectful. And for many years, I thought that was just the way it was, or that no matter what I did to try to get away from these people or circumstances, somehow, there would still be some measure of control or power that they had over me. But if you're like me and you know in your heart that that's not true, what that is the power of God inside of you. Once you turn your life over to God, you can call it the higher power, you can call it the divine, you can call it the universe, but you know that there's a power of love inside of you. That nothing and no one has power over. Meaning that when you turn your mind over to God, when you turn everything in your life over to God, when you turn your beliefs over to God, you will feel a power inside of you that is not of you. It's not of your personality self. It's not of your mistakes. It's not of your flaws. It's not what happened in the past or what happened in the family or what happened with your money or what happened in past relationships. Everyone has made mistakes in this world as a call for love, as a call for help. However, if you've gone through experiences, or if right now you still have a part of your mind that believes that things of this world have power over you, I'm here to tell you they do not. The ego thought system seems to run this world, and it is based on a death wish, really. I mean, seriously, let's not sugarcoat this. And the ego is what is really behind these experiences that seem to come through people, relationships, circumstances. But they really are a mirror, a reflection of what we have believed, what we have lended our minds to. And I'm here to tell you, brothers and sisters, that you can change that by shifting your mind over to God. Let God teach you. Let God heal your mind. And if there's anyone or anything that has ever tried to convince you that they or it has power over you, it's a lie. Nothing has power over you. Now, that doesn't mean we don't acknowledge our experiences. That doesn't mean that we don't do the inner work that we need to do. And sometimes that means we have to look. In fact, I've noticed that it always has to do with me having to take a deeper look at my beliefs. What is it that I have believed? What is it that I have thought about my identity? And those experiences are reflections of that. But they're here to help you wake up. Those negative, what seems like negative experiences, are there to help you and expose what you have believed. And I used to believe, not anymore, but I used to believe that others had power over me. But once I started taking the steps towards God, once I started doing my inner work, and I saw the power of God move through me, I experienced God's love moving through me and God's desire to work through me and heal me. I no longer had fear over these people or over these circumstances. I knew that my mind had lended itself to a belief. A Course in Miracles states that one of the lessons in A Course in Miracles, which is happens to be my spiritual journey, my spiritual path, states that I can only be hurt by my own thoughts. That's a paraphrase. The lesson is, I can be hurt by nothing but my own thoughts. Now that can be very, very triggering. It may be very hard to believe that, what do you mean I can only be hurt by my own thoughts? But through mind training, you start to realize that your thoughts are your responsibility. Not your emotions, not your behavior, but your thoughts. When you start to change your thoughts through the help of God, step by step, you start to realize the power of your mind that God gave you. And that doesn't mean that you deny circumstances or you pretend like nothing disturbing or upsetting or traumatic has not happened to you. This is not some sort of spiritual bypass. Face those things in our lives that have been traumatic or maybe are causing us trauma. But when we do that with God, we know that we're not only is he going to lift us up and carry us through those circumstances, or through those memories, or through those feelings, he will make it clear to you where the real power lies, and that's in God. When we pray and we meditate and we follow guidance, intuition that we all have, let's face it, we all know it's there. We've heard that voice and we didn't follow it, and then we realized it was right. Spiritual maturity comes from beginning to follow that voice, that guidance, and standing in your power, standing up as the child of God that you are, and holding that standard for yourself. Because God did not make you to be a victim. God did not make you to be at the whim of the ego. And the ego operates through 11:11, as I said that just now. The ego operates through the minds of others, through situations and circumstances. But when we realize we can see it differently, that, oh, okay, that circumstance or that situation or that person was there to show me something about myself. That I have believed in victimhood, that I believed that something outside of me can hurt me. I believe that I can be hurt. I believe that I can die. Don't skip over these beliefs. Deal with them. Face them with the help of God. Let yourself feel the fear of it, but then you can hand it over and let it go. And the more you do that, the more you discover your real power, which is of God inside of you. Nothing and no one can threaten that. I don't care what they say. I don't care what they think they can hold over you or circumstances can hold over you. Nothing can, because you are sustained by the love of God. That's a direct quote and a lesson in A Course in Miracles. And if you want to quote the Bible says, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. That is power. That's real power. And the reason I'm so passionate about this is because I have walked through this, brothers and sisters. I have faced some really tough circumstances, some really difficult people who didn't want to let go, who try to use control and manipulation and abuse on me. I've been through betrayal and rejection, all kinds of things, brothers and sisters. But look at me now. Look at me. Look at me. I stand here today as a living demonstration to you or anyone out there who has gone through these things and is in fear. I'm telling you right now, you have nothing to fear because you are God with you. If you don't believe in God, you believe in love. Think of something that you love that's not superficial, but something that touches your heart. That is God. To me, that is God. Now, I'm not here to argue over theology, and I'm not here to convince you of God. I am here to share with you something real and something powerful. Nothing and no one has power over you. So stand up, get up, rise up, go within, and know that you have the power in your mind to turn away from the ego, step by step, and turn it over to God in whatever way you need to do that. Do it, brothers and sisters, because God needs you. Rise up and know that nothing and no one has power over you. Say it with me. Nothing and no one has power over me. And when you declare that and walk in that, you'll see those images fade away, just like they're supposed to. There's a scene in the movie, What's Love Got to Do With It, about the life of a teenager. And at the very end, she's about ready to go on stage for her first concert away from Mike Turner. And he walks in her dressing room with a gun. She looked at him through the mirror and said, "Is that all you got? Is that it? Is that all you got?" And she basically said, not so much, "Go ahead, shoot. I don't care. You don't scare me anymore." And she walked out of that room onto a stage of thousands. He disappeared and withered away. That's the power that you have. Nothing and no one has power over you.